Hello there, Baje Fletcher here, best-selling author and investor. I am super excited for you. You made it to my webinar. You are about to get some mind-blowing and life-changing information over the next 40 minutes or so. Yes, 40 minutes. So if you are serious about changing your life, I suggest you put your phone on silent and just stay focused and do not get distracted for the next 40 or so minutes, because your life is totally about to change. Like, success definitely requires sacrifice, and a lot of people say they want to be successful, but are you willing to sacrifice? So rule number one, let's sacrifice some time so I can get you to the next level. So while the other attendees are joining in, let me play a video.
I am not a stranger to the dark.
Ready to go see Mom?
Broken parts. I learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away. They say no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us.
Mommy's going to LA for a little while, but say bye-bye, Mommy. I'll be back.
The sharpest words wanna cut me down. I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown a mind. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me.
Always wanted to come to Hawaii.
Another round of bullets hits my skin. The fire away. This today, I won't let this shit sink in. We are moving through the barricades, reaching for the sun.
I'm on top of the world!
I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us. Only a warrior. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown my mind. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come.
2012.
I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down.
I just closed on my house. Oh my God, the stress is over. Find a way to get out the rat race while you still can. Life is short. Life is short.
Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching out to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me.
My mom, there, is a woman's life coach, and one day I want to help women and girls like her, and a great way to start is to be the president of a group of girls your age.
Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the
can absolutely change. It all starts with a decision, and you really have to believe that it can change. I'm super excited for you. I'm super blessed. Like, I found my purpose in life, and it's to help other people find their purpose. And I truly believe that you cannot find your purpose if you are stuck working for somebody else for 40 years. So if you are working in a field that you love your coworkers, you love your boss, I am happy for you. But I know there are people out there who feel like I felt years ago. I felt trapped. I felt depressed. I had my first job at 15 years old. And by the time I was 21, I had about 18 different jobs. I was like, I never really found a job I liked. I didn't like waking up at a certain time, going to the same place, doing the same thing. I didn't like somebody else having control over my life. I didn't like the fact that somebody else dictated what kind of restaurants I could eat in, what kind of car I could drive, where I could live, what type of house I could live in, where I could send my kid to school. I knew that there was another way out there. And I felt like it was more to life for me, and I know that you probably feel the same way. And that's why you are here. I'm super excited for you. Like, you saw a little glimpse of my success journey. So when I was in my early 20s, I was like, I cannot see myself working for another 40 years for somebody. Like, the thought of it alone just made me feel so sad. So I took things in my own hands, and my circle of friends and family, of course, I was looked at as a black sheep. Why can't you just be satisfied, working a job? Like, I just could not. I just could not. I wanted a better life for me. I wanted a better life for my daughter. I wanted her to grow up and have different choices, choices and options that my parents could not give to me. Like, my mom passed away when she was 60 years old. I was only 19 years old at the time. And it was really a chilling wake up call for me of like, wow, can somebody really work hard all their lives and not even get to the point of retirement? Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why it's so important for you to go after your dreams. That is why it's so important for you to like design your own life and pave your own way. And when you have your finances in order, it's so much easier to have control over your life. So I'm super excited to share this opportunity with you all today. But it all starts with the decision. You have to be willing to put in the work and make sacrifices, So in my early 20s, I decided enough was enough. I have to figure out what the wealthy know that I don't know. What is it that the wealthy know that my parents couldn't teach me, or that they weren't telling me or teaching me in school? So I remember gassing up my car one day, and I drove from Florida, where I was living at the time, to Los Angeles, California. Never been to Los Angeles before, but in my head, I was like, that's where millionaires are. That's where the wealthy people are. That's where successful people are. I need to be close to these people so I can figure out what do they know that can help me, to get to a level of life where I never, I didn't feel constrained and depressed and felt like, I was just in this small bubble. I wanted to live a life of without limitations, without boundaries. So I gassed up my car and I drove to LA. It took me 3 days. I only had $500 to my name. 300 of it I had to use for gas. So I only had about 200 there once I got there. But you know what? And I didn't know what would happen once I got there, but I knew exactly how my life would turn out if I stayed in my same community around the same people who thought the same way. So I was willing to take that risk, and it was the hardest decision of my life that I made. And you saw a little glimpse of that in the video because I left my daughter behind. She was only 6 months at the time. I didn't know when I would see her again. I didn't know if she would remember me when I came back. I didn't know what I was going to do for work, but I knew that I had to do something now so that she can live a life without limitations later on. So I took the risk, and thank God I did. Thank God I did. And that's the thing about faith. Like, you cannot have all the answers figured out in your head before you start moving, because that's not what faith is. And that's not how faith is activated. You have to start moving when you don't know the answers. You have to start moving while the doors are closed. And I promise you, if you have that faith, doors will start opening. Call it magic, call it miracles, call it God, call it the universe. But that thing, that source conspires to help you once you make a decision. I promise you, you do not have to have the answers Like you do not have to have the answers figured out at all. Just start moving, take a leap of faith. So that drive to LA changed my life. You know, it was there I met one of my mentors. His name is James Cannon. He happens to be Nick Cannon's father. He really took me under his wings and showed me so many principles of wealth, you know, and he encouraged me to write a book. That was only an idea of mine at the time. That book landed me on Dr. Phil 3 times in my early 20s, and I haven't had to work since that year. That was over 10 years ago. That was over 10 years ago. So I'm super blessed. I really found my purpose in life, you know, and my purpose is really to help other people find their purpose. And I'm a true believer that you can't find your purpose if you are stuck in a job day in, day out, working for somebody else, just working to keep a roof over your head. You know, at the end of the day, like most people are just working to pay off student loans, to pay their landlord or the bank that holds their mortgage, to pay their car note, you know, to pay their light bill and cell phone bill and put gas in their car. Like, if you think about it, most people are just working to pay bills. And I feel like God created us for so much more than that. So much more than that. It's so much people to meet in the world, so many cultures to experience, so many things to see, so many countries to visit. Like I've been to over 30 countries. My daughter's now homeschooled, so she gets to travel the world with me. I have over 7 streams of income today. And it's all because I figured out what the wealthy know that they didn't teach in school. And you know what it is? It's passive income, it's residual income, and it's investing. When I heard one of my mentors say that working is the worst way to make money, like it absolutely blew my mind. I've never heard that before because my parents were blue collar workers and all they taught me to do was like work hard, work hard, work hard. But when I looked at the lives of people who worked hard, especially with their hands, like they were struggling the most, you know, and I feel like society isn't designed for most people to win. Sadly, it's not. They don't teach you how to become financially free in school. They don't teach you really about money and building wealth in school. And it's sad that your parents, well, your grandparents and parents probably went to college, right? Spent 30, 40, 50, 60, $70,000 each to get an education. And before they even get a job, they have all of this debt. It didn't work for grandma. It didn't work for mom, but you decided to do the same thing. And you probably plan on having your kids do the same thing. We have to stop doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Like, honestly, like we have to, like, so grandma spent all that money. You spent all that money. Mom spent all that money, and nobody has 30, 40, 50, 60, $70,000 in the bank at the end of their life in their savings account. It's something very wrong with that. And we have to really shift our mindset. We have to shift the way we are thinking if we want a better life for not only ourselves, but, you know, the next generation. So do you ever feel like you were meant for something else? If you're on this webinar, then you probably do, right? And that's one thing I know about you without even knowing you is that you are not average. You know, average people do not look up ways to improve their lives or their financial situations. Average people just accept the life that they are given. So I'm super proud of you and congratulations for, you know, taking the leap of faith to venturing out and really starting something new. 85% of people don't feel happy or fulfilled at their jobs, and they actually dread waking up every day. I know I did. I know those 6 years I was in the workforce, I felt so depressed. Like I had my first job at 15. And by the time I was 21, you know, I had about 18 different jobs here and there, you know, sometimes 2 jobs at a time. I was like, I don't want to live like this. I don't want to live like this. I actually like dreaded going into work. Like if you have a great job, like I said, and, you know, great coworkers and you're happy with your job, I'm happy for you. But I know there's people out there who feel how I used to feel. And those are the people I'm definitely here for. So, because when you're not happy or fulfilled, it affects your confidence, it affects your self-worth, it affects your health and your happiness, and definitely your finances can suffer as a result. So you really want to get out of the rat race, like my mentor Robert Kiyosaki would say. Some of you probably heard about him. He is a best-selling author. He wrote the book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And in the book, he broke down the cash flow quadrant. He says that people usually make money one of four ways. So try to figure out which category you fall into. 60% of people work for somebody else because that is what school taught us to do. School is not designed to help you become financially free. School is designed for you to work for somebody else. So 60% of the world really trade their time for money, and you cannot become financially free trading your time for money because there is only 24 hours in a day. There will never be 25, right? So in order to make more money, you are going to have to A, like work overtime, or B, get a second job, or C, go back to school so you can get a higher paying job. The problem with school, especially in America, is it usually is linked to debt. So before you even get a job, like you are thousands of dollars in debt, and most people don't pay that off, right away. It's usually a lifetime commitment. So you do not want to be in that position, because as long as your money is linked to time, you can never become financially free. Because if you were to get sick or you lost your job, like your money stops coming in. 35% of the world work for themselves. So they're self-employed. That's a step above being an employee, but the problem with that still remains the same. If you stop working, your money stops coming in. So I don't care if you're a beautician, a barber, a lawyer, a doctor. If you stop working, you don't get paid. So what happens if you become sick? Or what happens if, God forbid, you became disabled, Or what happens if you said, you're burnt out, you want to relax, you want to take a vacation for a month? Your money, your finances, your lifestyle is affected. So you can never build wealth in those two quadrants. Where you really want to be is on the right side of the quadrant. There you'll find the business owners. Only 4% of the world are business owners. Only 4% of the world have the balls or the guts to go after their dreams and bring an idea of theirs to life. Like, we definitely need more people like this. So money really starts getting good when you get into this quadrant, because if you became sick or disabled or wanted to take a vacation, as long as you have a business or a system or a franchise with competent team members helping you run it, then your money is not affected. But where money really gets great is when you make it to the 1% of the world. And thank God I was blessed to be propelled into that quadrant in my early 20s. I don't take that lightly. I don't take that lightly at all. And I feel like God gave me all my time to help people create their time. I literally get to wake up every single day and go where I want to go, do what I want to do, wake up at any time I want to. And once again, I do not take that lightly. So 1% of the world are investors, but this is where the wealthy lies, right? They know that in order to stay wealthy or become wealthy, they have to have residual streams of income, passive streams of income, and investments. They have to have assets bringing them money in, So whether they are investing in stocks and bonds or mutual funds or the forex market, which is a foreign exchange market, or the cryptocurrency market, or real estate, or maybe they write books like I did, or created music where they get royalty checks from every single month. But they know that working is the worst way to make money. So they have their money working for them, and they have their assets working for them. And that is where you should really strive to be, right? So thankfully for you, in this program, you have the opportunity to not only become a business owner, but become an investor as well. So I know that you're probably not happy with the way your life is right now, right? But what if there was another way? What if things could be different? They can. So here to my side is my business partner and life partner, Mr. Boston. He actually introduced me to the world of foreign exchange, and the forex market, the Bitcoin market. He was blessed to get Bitcoin umpteen years ago when it was only $62.50. So I'm like super blessed to be in his circle. He has such a wealth of information and has an extensive background in mortgages, finance, real estate and trading. So we teamed up together once he blew the boundaries off of my mind and just exposed me to this $6.6 trillion a day business. And since then, we've really been traveling the world and teaching people about this opportunity, because after all, they are not going to teach you this in school. They probably will never teach you how to build wealth in school, because if they did that, then they would have nobody to work for the wealthy, right? So it literally takes people like us to take time out our schedule and really fulfill our calling to help other people find their calling. So that is Mr. Boston. And our story is simple. We empower people. We empower people. You know, so how would you feel if you had total control over every aspect of your life? So I want you to take 30 seconds and just close your eyes. Yeah, now close your eyes and just think about, how would you feel if you didn't have to wake up to an alarm clock? How would you feel waking up in your plush king size bed at any time you wanted to, and you got to do anything you wanted to with your day? You live in your dream house. You put on your fine Raymonds, like your nice clothes out of your walk-in closet, your nice shoes. You know what? You don't feel like cooking this morning, so you order in, or you have your chef prepare your meal. And then you want to get some Starbucks, so you go to your dream car in your 3-car garage, and you drive down the street and just enjoy your latte. You can do anything you want at any time you want. Money is not an option. Your family is taken care of. Like, how would you feel if you weren't living paycheck to paycheck and you really had all the money you need to do whatever you wanted to do, to give back, to help your family, to build your business, to travel? Like, it's possible. I promise you, it's possible. So think about, okay, open your eyes. So think about a $5.3 trillion a day market. That is how big this market is. And I know some of those numbers may be, imaginable to some of you, but that's 12 zeros. So this is the market I really want to introduce you to. It's a market that's open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, and it is worldwide. So it doesn't matter what country you are in, like, you can participate in this market. It's a market that you can exchange in without owning any physical money, right? Just when you thought it couldn't get any better. So I've seen some phenomenal things happen in the 2 years that I myself have been in this academy, right? I've seen people retire in their 20s. I've seen people retire in their 30s. I've seen people who were able to gift their kids a Mercedes-Benz for their high school graduation. I've seen people who were able to buy their house and pay it off cash for $350,000. I've seen people who been working at a job for 20 years, like Mr. Richard. And after only 1 year of trading with our team, he's now making more on his cell phone daily than he does at his job that he's been at for 20 years. So I promise you, I've seen some really amazing things in the 2 years that I've been in this academy. And past profits do not dictate future profits at all. Like, just because these people were able to do this doesn't mean that you are able to. Like, I don't know your schedule. I don't know your drive. I don't know your commitment to success, but I do know that you will have access to the same exact tools that they had access to. And you will also have access to us, millionaire mentors and our team and our leadership. And it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So at the end of the day, you have the same access. So how bad do you really want it? Hey, it's Baje, and I am here with Joel, who makes me so proud. So he started the academy a year and 2 months ago, and tell them, how has the experience been?
The experience has been an amazing experience. Don't think it's a get rich quick, but you got to definitely put some work in. But this is the only place where you put some work in, the markets will definitely pay you back. Okay, 14 months in, I'm 29 this coming Sunday, and I no longer have to work a 9 to 5.
What?
That's real freedom.
So for everybody out there who doesn't think it's real, what do you have to know?
you're really missing out on life. You're really missing out on life. It's definitely real. Tomorrow's Monday. Most people are like, oh man, it's Monday, I gotta go to work. I'm sitting here like, I guess it's time to make some money tomorrow. In the bed.
So I know it's two sides of the academy. You can learn a trade, make money from home, or...
You can learn to build the business.
And what does that entail?
The compensation plan is unreal.
Bananas.
Unreal. Like, I'm seeing numbers that I dreamed about. And we got young people doing it. Everybody's not 40 and 50.
So it's a lot of people out here winning. So Joel started a year and just 2 months ago, and not only is he trading, he just quit his job. He put in his notice, and now he's a full-time trader. His wife just put in her 60-day notice, people. So that means they are making money, enough money to fund their lifestyle. And you just said something about a trip not too long ago.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go to Santorini.
Yeah, Santorini. So Greece, and you said some other places.
Dubai, Bora Bora. We're going to Thailand. We got a lot of places on the list in the next 6 months. So if you are not trading, you are really missing out, and you're really in a rat race, and get out as quick as you can.
And those are the testimonies I live for. So check out joinouracademy.com. Actually, join myacademy.com if you want to join the team. Holla.
Yes, yes. So welcome to the foreign exchange market, baby. So forex is what we call it for short. And that just means that you are trading one currency for another currency. So if you ever took a flight internationally, right? So yeah, so my passport, and it's crazy how many people do not own a passport. It is only $60, people. It will open you up to the world and give you a whole new life. Invest in one. So if you ever took a flight internationally, you will realize that you have to trade over your US dollars for whatever country's dollars that you visit, right? So here is some foreign currency. Let me stop sharing this for a minute. So yeah, so some different countries that I've been to. So whenever you get to, say, London, for example, you have to trade over US dollars for the English pounds because you can't really shop with US dollars over there, right? And within this transaction, depending on what country that you visit, you will either gain money or gain more or lose more. And that's because different countries' currency holds a different weight, right? Like the Jamaican dollar is less than the American dollar, but the English pound is worth more than the US dollars. But even within the US dollar alone, like money fluctuates every single day. So think about when you go to one of those travelers kiosks at the airport, whenever you're ready to trade over your money. You can take a flight today and trade over $100 for another country's dollars, and you get a certain amount. You can take the same flight a week from now, and the exchange rate is different. So you get a little less or a little more. And that's because money fluctuates on a daily basis. It may be because of news or something going on in the economy, or something going on with the presidency, or the president tweeted something, or unemployment rates came out. But money fluctuates every single day, a lot of times based on, news. And we as traders, we know that. So we find the peaks and we find the valleys, and we swap our money just like that within a matter of minutes or sometimes hours, and make money daily. Make money daily in the markets, and it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal, but it's not new. It's just new to us, right? It's just new to average people. But this is the way that the 1% has been building their wealth for so long. Like, banks trade in this market, hedge funds trade in this market. Governments trade in this market, millionaires and billionaires trade in this market. So the foreign exchange market has been around for a very long time. Sadly, most people don't know about it. Most people kind of heard about the stock market, but not really the foreign exchange market, even though it's 9 times bigger than the stock market. So we have to open our eyes, people. We have to open our eyes. There are wealthy people in the world, right? You believe that, right? Do you think they got wealthy working a 9 to 5? No. So in order to be wealthy, in order to be financially free, you just really have to just follow the formula and do what the wealthy do. So the next industry that we trade in is the cryptocurrency industry, which is exciting, right? So most of you probably heard of Bitcoin, right? So back in the day, we started with a bartering system. People would trade their goats for donkeys, right? And then we got more sophisticated. We went on to our coin system, but after a while, you can imagine how heavy all these coins got, commuted on mules and donkeys and horses. We went on to the more sophisticated dollar system, right? And then we moved on to the debit card system. So I have a debit card, credit card system. And then we are now in a digital era, people. So think about Western Union, think about PayPal, think about Cash App, think about Bitcoin, where you can now move money globally at the touch of a button. You do not have to own physical cash, to pay somebody or to buy something. And that is really where the world is moving. So there are a limited amount of Bitcoins actually out there, but for the most part, it's just a digital share in it that most people have. And it's amazing. A few years ago, Bitcoin shot up to over $20,000 per coin. And I do anticipate it passing that in the next, few years. So it's definitely a new realm. Foreign currency is the old money, and Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is the new money. So crypto just means digital. So Bitcoin is the most popular cryptocurrency there is out there now. And if you look at your Cash App, you can even buy Bitcoin on your Cash App. So in our academy, which is called I Am Mastery Academy, we teach you not only how to, trade foreign exchange, but we teach you how to trade cryptocurrency like Bitcoin as well. And you can make money on a daily basis, from your phone, from your laptop, which is remarkable. And I love this because it's a global market. It doesn't matter what country you are in. It doesn't matter, it really doesn't matter where you are, as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection, as long as you have a phone, a laptop, you can trade and make money. So, and what I love is once you master the skill, you master the skill. So the same way you made a penny is the same way you can make 5 cents. It's the same way you can make, $5. It's the same way you can make $50,000. So it's learn the skill. This is what the wealthy knew all along, that they did not teach us in school. So it's remarkable. It's life-changing. I am super excited to be a part of this industry, and I'm super excited to, just teach people about it. So yeah. So besides FX, which is foreign exchange, we teach you how to trade, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And this market is really growing towards $1 trillion. That's remarkable. So in our academy, I love it because it's 24 hours a day, right? So we understand you guys are busy. Some people have 2 jobs. Some people work night shifts. Some people have, kids. So what I love about the academy is 24 hours. So you can log in at your leisure, whether you work day shift, night shift, weekends or weekdays, you can create time to log in. If you can only spare 5 minutes here, that's great. If you can spare 2 hours tomorrow, that's even better. But everything is recorded, so you get the chance to really watch these videos at your leisure, write down your notes, rewatch the videos if you need to. But it is really designed for beginners as well. So if you don't have any experience, don't worry about that. You can start from the basic videos and you can move your way all the way up to advanced. So let me show you guys.
Welcome to the IML Academy. In this video, we're going to discuss what is forex. Forex, or FX, is short for foreign exchange. It is the place where you can exchange currencies from all around the world. Many countries are backed by their own banks, thus creating their own economy and currency. When traveling to these other countries, you can participate
in the foreign exchange market manually by exchanging your local currency for theirs. As the decades passed and the discovery of the internet came along, forex found its way online, where traders from all around the world began to trade currencies digitally to turn over profits from the comfort of their home. The foreign exchange market is the largest and most liquid market in the entire world, trading over $5 trillion a day, far trumping the New York Stock Exchange at $22 billion a day, the Tokyo Stock Exchange at $18 billion a day, and the London Stock Exchange at $7 billion a day combined. To put quite simply, the FX market is where all the money in the world is being exchanged in real time through currencies. And this market attracts many investor mindset individuals who see the opportunity to create a career through trading within the exchange. The FX market is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, meaning you get the ability to trade and make money 24/5 with no limits. The market opens Sunday, 6 a.m. Sydney time, and ends Friday, 5 p.m. New York time. Because the market is easily influenced by geopolitical factors, it causes a lot of volatility in the market, creating plenty of trading opportunities we can capitalize on. Through the continued education of the IML Academy, you're going to learn all about the forex market and how to trade in it. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.
See how short and simple that video was? It wasn't overwhelming. So the Academy is designed in bite-sized videos that you can digest easily. So I love it. So when you are finished with the actual set video portion, you can move on to the go live sessions, where every day we have different educators on, professional traders from 2 a.m. to midnight who are trading in the live market. Some of these educators teach on our different tools or softwares that we have. Some of them teach in the Tokyo market or the London market, or the New York market. But every different educator has a different style of learning. So you have the option to pick which educator you really want to follow, or which educator's schedule really matches your schedule. So I love this. So these are live videos. These aren't regurgitated, like they are live. And the benefit of catching them live is you actually have the ability to earn as you learn and make money while you are learning in our program, because these educators are actually in the live market. So when they see a good trade, like they will say, hey, trade the US dollar for the Japanese yen right now, getting at this price, get out at that price. You can duplicate the same trades that these expert traders are taking, and you can benefit like while they're benefiting. You can make money while they're making money just by copying what they're doing or following their instructions. And that is amazing. What's even more amazing is the tools that come in the Academy. So once again, we have over 100 full-time educators, and some of these educators teach in different languages as well. So in addition to English, we have Spanish and French, German, Portuguese. Like, we have so many different languages that you guys can choose from. And what you can also choose is your weapon. Yes, baby. So we have so many different tools and software. I think now we have about 12 different softwares that actually go into the live market 24 hours a day. These softwares scan the live markets and find the best trades for us to jump into every single day. So some of these scanners not only scan the foreign exchange market, but some of these scanners scan the gold market. Yes, we can trade gold on our platform. And some of these scanners even scan the cryptocurrency and the Bitcoin. So whether you want to trade foreign currency or cryptocurrency or gold, like, we got you. We got you. So this is one of my accounts. Blue means good, right? So blue are profits, definitely profits. So in the last month, I took about 27 trades, and I profited on all my trades except one. So the turnover is amazing with these tools. So without these tools, I would literally have to scan all the major currencies of the world, and I would have to figure out which one I should swap, which one I should buy, which one I should sell. Yeah, I would have to do that like every single day. I don't have to do that because I have access to these tools that the Academy provides. So on my trading days, which I choose to trade Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I spend like an hour logging into my software and looking at the trades. It's suggesting for me to trade, and I program it in my phone. I use, a few minutes, plug in the coordinates in my phone, and I go about my day. I check my phone in the next few hours, and over 90% of the time I'm in profit, and you can be too. And yeah, there's a learning curve. I remember at first, just not understanding it and then thinking I have it figured out, but didn't quite have it figured out. Thank God for your demo accounts. So the Academy actually sets you up with a demo account where it's the live market, but it's actually play money at first. So you can really get in the swing of things. And when you are fully aware of what you're doing and you are profiting in your demo account, then we set you up in your live account. So it's truly amazing. It's life changing, y'all. It's life changing. And I really wish I knew about this, from 10 years ago. I really wish they really taught this in school. So, it's definitely life changing. So what's even better is that we have apps where you can learn on the go. So we know you're pretty busy, and you guys probably commute a lot. You're probably at the gym, grocery shopping, running errands when you're not at work. Well, you can download the app and you can actually watch these videos on your phone. So if you're on a treadmill in the gym, if you're a passenger commuted in a car or a train or a bus, like you can watch these videos on the go, and you can get alerts to your phone. Some of these software, it sends a signal directly to your phone, and it tells you what trades you should buy, what trades you should sell. When I tell you guys it's life changing, it's absolutely life changing. I'm not asking you to understand it. I'm not asking you to comprehend anything about foreign exchange or trading. I'm asking you to take the leap of faith and try something new. I don't expect you to know anything about trading. After all, this is really the industry that only the 1% of the world delve in. But the Academy teaches you everything you need to know. It really does. It really does. So how much is this life-changing Academy? Well, Mr. Boston, that you guys saw earlier, when he learned how to trade over 20 something years ago, he paid $70,000. And that's pretty much the going rate to learn how to trade when you find like a great program with great mentors and instructors and a great format. And most people will happily pay this if they have access to the right school or academy, right? Because given the contrary, most people pay this to go to college. And they'll never become financially free with that degree. So that is why people happily pay, $70,000 to go to trading school. So that was a few years ago. Now there are other schools. So we did some spying on the competition, and we went to see other trading schools out there, what they have to offer. It was refreshing to find out they don't offer a fraction of what we offer. They don't have the type of tools that we offer, but their prices are way more than ours. So this one Academy, it says for a personal trading plan, that's not even just teaching you how to trade. Just a trading plan is $1,000 a day. And if you want to trade, or learn about the crypto market, that's $2,000 a day. Then they went on to say, hey, if you secure a package for 3 months, we'll give you a discount of $8,500. Not saying learning to trade is not $8,500, is not worth $8,500, but most people just don't have this, Most people do not have this, honestly. So this was a no-go for a lot of people, for a lot of people. But our academy is life-changing. Before I even get into prices, let me tell you, it's life-changing. I've seen people who come in here, and I told you guys earlier, retire. I've seen people who their whole swag and their whole confidence is like unrecognizable from the first day, because now they have so much control over their lives. They dictate where they want to work, or if they want to work. They are no longer at the mercy of somebody else, you know? So it's life changing, and you cannot expect to get to the next level of life without investing in yourself. I've never met one successful person who got to where they are without investing time and money. So if you're looking for, you know, a get rich quick scheme, this is not the program for you, right? And if you're looking to come in here and make your monthly investment back in the next month, this program is not for you. This program is for people who are committed to success, not just, yeah, I'll try it. I don't want people who are just trying it on my team. I want people who are really committed to changing their financial situations and their legacy and the trajectory of not only their lives, but their kids and kids' life. So if that is you, then, you know, I'd love to have you on our team. So how much is our program? We have 2 packages. You can get started for as little as $225, people. Right? Only $225 can get you started with our platinum package. And your platinum package gives you access to the Mastery Academy, which gives you, you know, access to all those set videos. It also gives you access to the Go Live, which is the live virtual sessions where you can drop in every single day. And it gives you access to 2 of our softwares. One, the harmonic scanner, that is the one that I use, you know, 90% of the time. And the swipe coin scalper. So the swipe coin is it's definitely a good tool as well, because it doesn't show you any type of graphs. It just gives you, you know, the answers like what to buy, what to sell. So that's great for beginners as well. So with the platinum package, you can get started today for only $225. Or you can get started with the elite package. So the elite package is only $325, and you get everything. I mean, like the Mastery Academy, Go Live, the harmonic scanner, the swipe coin, and every other tool and every other software that we have. You guys have access to it. So how much is the monthly investment? The monthly investment for the platinum package is only $164.95, people. And the elite package that gives you everything is only $274.95. And if $164 is a lot of money to you, then honestly, you need it the most. And not to be funny, but if you are a full-blown adult and $200 is a struggle every month, then that's a clear indication that whatever you've been doing for the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years is not working, and you need another way. You know, you need another way. What will happen, or what position will you be in if you stay the same course that you are on? Take the leap of faith. Try something new. Like I promise you, if you apply yourself, there is no reason you should not win in this academy, especially with my help and with my husband's help. And what's even more remarkable is our team. Like we have about 350 people on our team right now. So about 10 days after you come on board, if you get started today, I'll throw this in as a bonus. So 10 days after you come on board, we will invite you to our private team chat, where you will be able to communicate with all 350 team members, which is amazing. Maybe you'll find somebody in your city, but if not, then we also take it upon ourselves to have a team huddle and go over any of your training questions 2 times a week. So that's definitely, you know, amazing. So if you get started today, I will throw that in as a bonus where you won't have to pay another cent. You will have access to me and my husband. You'll actually have our cell phone numbers if you decide to take advantage of the opportunity today. And we'll also invite you into our private trading group, you know? So I'm super excited for you all. Like, once again, you don't have to know anything about trading. We got you. We will take you through everything that you really need to know. So what are you waiting for? What's even better is we actually have a scholarship program, right? Like, I don't know any other school or any college you can go to and say, hey, if I refer 2 people to your college or to your school, can you waive my monthly tuition? Or can you give me some of my money back? Like, it's not going to happen. But we have a scholarship program that we're running right now. So if you refer 2 people, so think about 2 people you love, 2 people you care about, 2 people you want to see level up with you, refer them to the academy and we will waive your monthly subscription. Absolutely. So all you would have to pay is the $225 or the $325 today, and refer 2 people in the next 30 days and you will not have a monthly subscription. Not 1 month it'll be waived for, not 2 months. You will never have a monthly subscription as long as those 2 people are on board. So if money is tight for you, that is definitely an option that you can choose, right? Okay, so that is a screenshot of our actual trading app. I mean, we are lit. We are lit in there. We have so much fun. It's all about money and motivation. We are accountability partners for each other, right? And when we see good trades on the software, we announce it in the chat. When the team members make money, they screenshot their trading account and show the other team members their profit. So we're really here for each other, because I understand that you can have all the tools that you need to win, but sometimes if you don't have that accountability partner, if you don't have a friend with you on that journey, like, it's so easy to get distracted with life and TV and social media and kids and jobs and being tired, so I definitely created the culture so you not only have the tools to win, but you definitely have the team as well. So earlier you guys heard Joel, who retired at 29, talk about there's 2 ways you can make money in this academy. So you can just trade, make your money, not tell a soul, or you can elect to become an independent business owner. And I decided to do both sides of the business, and here you will see why. So let's talk compensation. So you decided to bring 2 people. You can either have your monthly subscription waived, or if you actually want to tap into our compensation plan, whenever you refer 3 or more people, you actually start getting paid. So for those of you who you feel like money is tight, I would definitely recommend this. It's totally optional. You don't have to, but it's an option, because if you refer people, you can start getting paid, and the money you're getting paid, you can actually fund your trading account with that, right? So that's amazing. So if you refer 1 person and they get the elite package, you will get $50 from that person, signing up. And if that person refers somebody, you'll get $12 from that second person. If that person's refer somebody, you'll get $7 from that third enrollee. So that definitely adds up. And if they get the platinum package, which is a starter package, you'll get $35, and then $10, and then $5. So that's a one-time commission, but it gets even better. Once you refer 3 people, you not only get that one-time check, but you get paid $150 every single month. Like, you may not think that's a lot of money, but that can buy you lunch, that can put some gas in your car, like, that can fund your trading account. Imagine if you're putting $150 of the CEO's money into your trading account for 1 year. You will definitely have a lot of money to trade with, right? That you don't have to really work for. And then if you refer 12 people to the academy, you get $600 a month. That's amazing. $600 a month. I have rental properties where I rent it out to tenants, and I get paid on the first. And after I pay my mortgage on some of those properties, I may have $600 profit left over. Now you're getting landlord money without being landlord, without, dealing with tenants or, fixing anything that may break down, or turning over the home with, the paint and the carpeting and flooring and different things like that. So it's totally optional. But once again, I tapped into both sides of the money making program, because what's better than 1 check? 2, right? But what's even better is you do not have to tell all these 12 people yourself. If you tell 3 people, and those 3 people tell 3 people, that's already 12 people in your organization. Once your organization grows to 30 people, that's $1,000 a month. Like, what could you do with an extra $1,000 a month? A new pair of shoes. Awesome. But the residual check is amazing. And in the beginning of the presentation, I told you that this is what the wealthy people know, what, you know, the average people don't know, that you can't accumulate wealth by actively working for money. You can't trade your time for money and expect to be wealthy. It's all about residuals. So 3 people gives you 150 a month. 12 people gives you 600 a month. 30 people gives you 1,000 a month. 75 people gives you $2,000 a month. I mean, that's some people mortgage and car note and insurance, okay? 225 people gives you $5,000 a month. So once again, this isn't just a one-time check. Every single month, as long as those people are in the program, you get this check coming in. 500 people gives you $10,000 a month. And I know 500 people may sound like a lot, but some of you may have more than that on social media, right? So once again, these people do not have to be in your city. They do not have to be in your state. They don't even have to be in your country. If they say they're interested in the opportunity, you just send them your enrollment link and they get counted in your organization. And the comp plan keeps going up, people. So if you're interested in that part as well, just let me know after you've signed up. But what will you become? What will you become? Like, how will your life end up if you stay on the same track? At some point, in order for your life to change, you have to change something. You really have to change something. So I am super excited for you guys. Like, over the years, I've had so many questions. So I'm trying to think about some of them that may have come up, and you can also ask some of them in the chat box as well. But when people hear the compensation plan, sometimes people are asked, well, is it one of those pyramid things? Like, you will work for somebody else and you will sell their products, and all they will give you is an hourly commission. I mean, an hourly wage. Like, they don't even give you a percentage of all the products you sell. So that's all that we do. Like, if you refer people, we give you a portion of it. But I feel like a real pyramid is a 9 to 5. As you can see on the screen, the hardworking employees are down at the bottom, then the team leaders and supervisors, then the middle management, then the vice president, then the president, then the CEO who makes all of that money, right? So learn to shift your mind and learn to think about how the wealthy make money and really duplicate that, really duplicate that. So you guys have about 10 minutes to take advantage of the prices before they go up. So if you go ahead and purchase your subscription in the next 10 minutes, then you will be locked in for the rates or the prices that I just mentioned. So let me go ahead and put up the offer so you guys can go ahead and grab your spot, baby. If you do not see the sign up button or the buy now button, scroll down. It may be your phone or your tablet or your browser, but scroll down, scroll up, scroll sideways. The button is here. And if for some reason you absolutely do not find it and you want to sign up, then send me an email at thegoalgroupinc@gmail.com. That's TheGoalGroupInc@gmail.com. I'll say it again. The goal, and that's GOAL, group, GROUP, Inc., INC@gmail.com, thegoalgroupinc.com. And yeah, so it's life changing. You can also go to join our academy if for some reason this isn't working for you. Joinouracademy.com, not join my academy, but joinouracademy.com. But there's only about 39 units left because I can only commit to about 40 people on my team under my direct leadership because I already have hundreds and I want to be able to give everybody the time that they deserve. So go ahead and secure your spot before we are all sold out. Thank you all for staying to the end. And it's truly life-changing. And once again, your life will not change unless you actually change something. You have to make a sacrifice. Like, the time is going to pass anyway. So people ask, how soon can they start making money? I'm like, how soon can you start watching the videos, right? So you can watch the videos at your own leisure. I recommend watching an hour or two a day. The average person can commit to 1 or 2 hours a day, but I've seen people who fast track themselves and watch like 6 hours a day, which is, great, especially if you're not working at the current moment, or, like if you have more time to spare. But it's life changing. Take the leap of faith, and the time is going to pass anyway. So what are you doing in the next 6 months? What are you doing in the next year that will allow your life to be better than it is today? And as far as your trading account, the academy teaches you how to trade. We do not trade your money. We do not touch your money. You open up your own broker's account. A broker is a middleman to the market. So you cannot just trade from your bank account to your actual, trading account. You have to have a middleman. You have to put your money in your broker's account. So once you come on board, you will get an email telling you what brokers that our team is already using, and you can choose to sign up with those brokers. What's amazing is you can start your brokerage account with as little as $100. With as little as $100, you can get started in the foreign exchange market. That's remarkable, because this is an industry that you had to have millions of dollars to even participate in. So, like Merrill Lynch, Charles Schwab, all those big entities, they trade in the foreign exchange market, but they trade your money. They don't teach you how to trade. They don't teach you how to trade. Some of you don't even know that banks trade your money. Well, banks trade your money every single day in the foreign exchange market, and they come back and they give you 0.01% on your money. And that is crazy. Yeah, that is nuts. So we show you how you can multiply your own money in this industry. We give you like a compounding sheet where you can choose to start your account with $100, right? And we show you how to incrementally compound that with like 7%, or if you want 3% on each trade or a day. So you can compound your money every single day instead of just putting your money in your bank account and getting 0.01% annually. That's crazy. Like now you're paying the bank to hold your money, which should be the other way around, because after all, they are making money off of it, right? So you can start your trading account with as little as $100. And people also ask, how long is the program? Like, there's no end date, because what you really get access to, or what you're paying for access, is to access the tools. So you may be finished with the videos in a few weeks or a few months, depending on how fast you go through the videos. But what you're paying for is access to the live educators every single day in the market. And you are also paying for access to the tools. The tools are the money bag. The tools are telling you what trades to jump into every single day to profit. So even though we don't have any contracts, you can stay with us as long as you like, but people tend to stay with us long term. In fact, we have over 125,000 students in the whole academy worldwide, right? And they choose to stay with us long term because they end up making more money, way more money than they're paying every single day. And that's because of the tools. The tools tell us what trades to jump into. So if you dedicate an hour or two a day, you're working at a good speed. And so when people ask, why do I have to pay a monthly subscription though? Why can't I just pay, the one-time fee? Because you are getting access to fresh information, fresh trades every single day. And people also ask, well, how soon can I make my money back? Once again, do not come in here with that type of mentality, because you're going to want to go live with your real money soon to, try to make money quick, Like, you are a student. You're a student. Like, even if this takes you a year, and really a year is the sweet spot. I've seen people make money in a month. I've seen people make money in 3 months, definitely. But come in with the mindset that you will give this 6 months. Come in with the mindset that you will give this 1 year. And I promise you, your life will change. You will not recognize yourself. You will not recognize your bank account. A year is really the sweet spot. That's when I see people people's lives start changing. That's when I see people start retiring, you know? So that's when I see people start giving in their 2 weeks notice to become full-time traders. So like a year is going to pass anyway, right? A year is going to pass anyway. So don't let that scare you, because after all, like most people give 4 years of college to give 40 years of their life to somebody else. So what's a year? What's 6 months? Like, you need to come in with the mentality as long as it takes, because this program actually gives you a life. You can be anywhere in the world. You can trade, make money from home, in your PJs, in your bed. People also asked, you know, what if you don't have any experience? Once again, that is totally fine. Our academy is designed to start you from the ground up, so you don't have to have any experience. And if you are one of the 40 people who sign up today, I will personally be your mentor. Myself and my husband, Mr. Boston, will personally mentor you. So we got you. We got you. Some other questions is, what if I don't want to talk to people about it? You do not have to, honey. That is totally optional. The building a business part, like that's totally optional. But if you want to build a business, we'll definitely help you. And if you just want to get 2 people, so your monthly subscription is free, we'll definitely help you with that as well, right? So people also ask, can I just learn it by myself? Can I just Google it or YouTube it? Like, you will be in a like a dark hole. Like, honestly, most people fail at Forex, and it's because they try to do it by themselves. You need a structured learning management system, and that is what we provide, right? You need mentorship. You need accountability partners, and we provide all of that. People also ask me, isn't it like gambling? Can't you like lose? You can't compare the foreign exchange market to gambling at all. Like the foreign exchange market, it moves in a certain pattern over and over and over again. If you are from on the outside looking in, it may seem like gambling, but it's not. The market is predictable, and like we show you the different harmonic patterns. We show you how to identify whether it will be a buy or a sell. So we teach you everything you need to know, and no, it's not gambling. And can you lose? Absolutely, absolutely. But with the tools and the software that we have, they are over 85% accurate. I told you guys, like in the last month, I jumped into over 27 trades and I profited on 26. So, and that's because of the tools. The software gives us the answers. Like, you can't beat the computers. Technology is like taking over. You have to be on the side of the computers. So it's life-changing. And we also show you where to put your risk management line ahead of time before you even jump into each trade. So you know ahead of time how much you're willing to lose. So if you say, hey, if this trade does turn around and it goes the wrong way, I don't want to lose more than $5, or I don't want to lose more than $10. We show you where to actually put your stop loss, which is your safety net or your risk management line, right? So what other questions have people asked me over the years? Which package should they choose? You can choose any package, because if you start small, you can always upgrade. And if you start big, you can always downgrade. You know, it's totally fine to start with a smaller package and upgrade later on if you feel like you need more tools. It's totally up to you. So the platinum package is a starter package, and the elite package is the one that gives you all the tools. And I would say get in now. Get in now, because so many rules and regulations are changing. There were brokers that were accepting people just last year with as little as $100, and then overnight they went up to $3,000, and then overnight one of them went up to $25,000. So, but we still have relationships with other brokers where you can start for as little as $100. So get in while you can, people. People also ask me, what's the process of, what's the process of cashing out their money? It's the biggest liquid market in the world. So if you made $200 today, you can hit, transfer or wire your money out, and within 2-3 days, it's in your actual bank account. And people ask me, well, how do I get started? How do I sign up? Find the link on this page and just hit the buy now button. So it's about 12 more units or 12 more spots available for direct mentorship. So if you grab one of those 12 spots right now, well, actually 11 now, then I will commit to personally mentoring you. So how old do you have to be? I've also got that question. So 18 and up. So if you have a teenager, maybe 17 or 16, you want them to learn this skill, you can make the account in your name and you can have them, study with you. Our daughter and our son, they're teenagers and they are in the academy, like learning with us. So it's definitely life-changing, and don't think that your kids cannot get it, because they'll probably catch on quicker than you can. All right. So if you guys have any other questions, you can put them in the chat box, but I'm super excited for you. There are 10 spots left. So I want to go ahead and, play some videos while you guys are signing up, but I commend you for staying to the end of this program, because it shows a lot about you, and it shows a lot about, your dedication or your commitment level to success. So cool. So, okay, some of the excuses that I've heard. All right. 1, I have to talk to my spouse. I'm like, come on, when you want to buy those pair of shoes or that dress, you don't have a family meeting. It's $225, people. Like, stop it. We buy our stuff all the time and hide it from our spouses, right? So if you feel like your spouse is not going to support you, tell them after. Honestly, like, you have a 7-day money back guarantee. We give you a 7-day money back guarantee. If you sign up and you're like, what, this is not for me, you can actually get your money back. We are not going to hold you hostage, and we don't hold you hostage in a contract. Yet we have 125,000 students. So, like, do not take this lightly. We are so confident in our program that we don't have to lock you in a contract, and we'll give you your money back within 7 days if you find out, or if you say that this is not for you. But if you have somebody else, like a spouse, that you want to run it by, honey, just take the leap of faith, because people will talk you out of your dream. Whatever vision is on your heart, whatever vision God gave to you is for you. It's for you. People don't see your vision, right? It's not theirs to see. So at first they ask you, why are you doing that? And then later on, they'll ask you how you did it and can you show them. So take the leap of faith. Other excuse I hear is, I don't have the money. If there was a life-threatening emergency, or if your car got towed, if your car broke down, if you had to pay a medical bill, you will find that money. You will borrow it. You will put it on a credit card, right? You will find that money. So that's the level of commitment that you need to have right now in order to change your life. In order to change your life, like, it's not going to just happen magically. You have to make sacrifices. Most people don't have $200-300, like discretionary income. Most people take the leap of faith and they really try. They try to find that money. They make a sacrifice. I have people in our academy who just ate peanut butter and jelly for a month because they didn't want to spend money on eating out, just so they can save up to change their life. So whatever you have to do, cut off the cable, like, eliminate a bill, like, you have to figure it out. Or some people say, well, I have debt, or I want to pay off this car first before I start investing. That is poor people mentality. Rich people invest first, and whatever is left over, they use it on debt. You will always be in debt if you are putting your hard-earned money to pay off debt first. No, at some point, like, you're going to have to say enough is enough, and you're going to have to stop the cycle by investing. So like I said, a year is going to pass anyway. So what are you doing in that year? What are you doing in the next 6 months that will allow your next year to really be your best year? Some excuses I heard, well, I don't really understand it. I'm not good at math. Honey, I'm not good at math. If I had to be good at math to make money, I would not be making money, okay? Our tools is what helps us to make money in the market. So I'm not asking you to understand it. Asking you to take a leap of faith and just try it. We will teach you everything you need to know, and it always cracks me up when people go, they say, well, I got to research, and I saw on the internet that they said this, and they said it was a scam, and the Better Business Bureau. I'm like, if you go looking for negative stuff, you will find negative stuff with any company or any person. Like, go find positive stuff. Go look of testimonies, right? Go talk to people like me who are succeeding in it. Don't go ask somebody who failed at forex what you should do about forex. They don't know. They failed. Ask people who are winning. We have 350 people who are winning in our academy. Or don't go home and ask your spouse or your family what do they think you should do. They don't know. They're in the same boat that you're in. Like, they do not know. So yeah, you have to get outside of your circle if you want to get outside of your circle, if that makes sense, right? So what else have I heard? I've heard people say that I've heard people say that they got to pray on it. Honey, we've been praying all our lives. We've been praying for a way. We've been praying for financial increase. We've been praying for abundance. What we haven't been praying for is for discernment. So when the right opportunity comes along, like, we jump. That's what you need to pray for heart to jump, for faith, for the discernment to recognize, the opportunity when it comes. But I did not create the foreign exchange market. It's been here since biblical times. If you look at the screen, it says, in Ecclesiastes 11 on 1 and 2, it says, invest your money in foreign trade, and one of these days you will make a profit. So from back in the day, people used to send their ships out to different countries, to foreign lands, and they bring back exotic materials and different animals. So foreign trade has been here, for a very long time. And verse 2 says, put your investments in several places, many places even, because you never know what kind of bad luck you are going to have in this world. People always want to wait till the last minute. People always want to wait till their back is against the wall. People want to wait till they're fired and they're going through foreclosure and their car got repoed to try to hurry up and do something. No, do something now, because life is full of ups and downs. There will never be a perfect time. So do what you have to do, get that 225 and get started. But your life really depends on this. I am so excited for you all. I'm so excited for you all. And we got you. So the whole team is here waiting for you with open arms to change your life, change your life. So we have maybe 5 or 4 more spots. And I'm just going to go ahead, and while the time is counting down, I will play just a few videos while you guys are signing up. But a few things to know: we do not take Wells Fargo, so you have to either find another bank or send me an email at thegoalgroupinc.com, TheGoalGroup@gmail.com if you have Wells Fargo, and we can show you how to give you another option to sign up. So that is it. We don't take Discover or American Express either, but everything else should process fine. If you get an error message, just follow the instructions or email me, but I'm also on Instagram at Miss Baje, MISS Light Boy AJE. So Miss BAJE. So thank you all for, joining. I'm super excited. I'm super excited for you. So I'm going to sign off, but I will go ahead and just play some very powerful videos that should shift your mind if you're still on the fence. But I love you all, and I'm super excited to have you a part of my team.
Success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful. Start putting some pressure on. Put some pressure on yourself. Get out here and get about it. Look, I'd love to sugarcoat this thing for you. I'd love to tell you, look, you can go out here and get rich, do a couple of things. That ain't happening. You got to get real doggish. You got to get downright funky if you want to make it. Now, like I was telling you before, if you want to be ordinary, you ain't even got to listen to me. Just go on about your business. If you think ordinary's cool, ain't no problem. It's some really, really wonderful ordinary people. But if you are sitting in this room and you have extraordinary aspirations, then you're going to have to do extra. You put extra on top of on ordinary, and you come up with extraordinary. It's no other way. I'm sorry. But here's the fact. All of you have extraordinary capabilities. All of you. You have to decide if you are willing to do the things to put you in that category. Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. It ain't but 24 hours in a day. You cannot be sleep 8 hours a day. You can't live in LA and wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. The stock market been open 2 hours. They already making decisions about your life and your ass was asleep. The Bible says, he who loves to sleep and the folding of hands, poverty will set upon you like a thief in the night. He who loves to sleep and the folding of hands, poverty will set upon you like a thief in the night.
I understand unregulated form of currency. I understand peer-to-peer transactions online. Basically what it is there's a huge amount of value in this cryptocurrency space with trading and exchanging different forms of currency, different times of acquisition, different times of selling. It's very similar to the stock market. So there's people over the last 5-6 years that became very successful trading currencies via different platforms. And so what it is there'll be a big trade that takes place and you'll hear about it next week. And they try to mirror it, but the opportunity came in past. Very similar to stocks. Currency, there's less than 1% penetration, and that's a fact because I can't spend Bitcoin here. I gotta still spend US dollars or MasterCard credit or, established credit. Any one of these stores, there's no penetration in the real world. But there's a $27 to $800,000 increase in investment in this space. But there's a 1% penetration in the real world. So what happens when it gets 5% real world? When more people can spend their cryptocurrency at the store, at the restaurant, on the airplane, which is why we came to Amsterdam, because there's a city out here where the whole city is cryptocurrency friendly. And this is an example of what's going to happen to the rest of the world. And we think that if you get in now, when the value spreads, when the accessibility spreads, you'll be sitting on the right chair. And, being out here further brought that to my attention, reinforced my belief in it, and we put our money where our mouth is. But the type of returns that we're seeing in cryptocurrency,
I see the world today with Bitcoin is that there's three kinds of money. There's God's money, which is gold and silver, again, atomic number 79 and 47. Then there's government money called fiat money or currencies, which is the dollar, the euro, the yen, the peso. And the third type of money now is cyber money, which Bitcoin and Ethereum and those guys are the most famous. So when I'm writing this book called Fake, and it'll be online soon, it's really about what's real. Is money fake or is it real? And I think, so the choice, when I talk to people, I said, what do you think will be here in 2040, approximately 22 years from now? Will gold still be here? Well, it's been here since eternity.
Well,
will the dollar be here?
Right.
I don't think so. And will blockchain be here? I think so. So that's really the way I look at the world of money and currencies.
My name's Kia Matthews. I just had to come along and just tell, especially my 9-to-5ers, about the forex market. It's definitely life-changing. If you're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel after going to work for a 12-hour shift and you still don't feel like you'll ever make ends meet, let me tell you, you need to get in contact with Ms. Baje and Mr. Boston, because the forex market is life-changing. And I've also started to make profits from it. I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I have a fire lit under my butt. Even after a 12-hour shift, I come home to mark up charts. You have to take advantage of this opportunity.
Hi everyone, I'm Brooke. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. Mind my hair, I'm halfway through getting ready for work. I just want to talk very quickly about why I have said yes to this and why I'm so excited about it. Basically, I am a single parent working a 9 to 5, and I put it bluntly, my lifestyle is not sustainable at the moment. Somebody said to me very recently that I can't have it all and I can't do it all. I can and I will. There are so many different reasons I could go into about why I'm doing this, but my main one is simply him. I need a better lifestyle for him, and I feel terrible waking him up every morning, but I'm so excited for this and very, very grateful to Baje for having me on board her team, and very excited to get started.
Hey guys, my name is Brianna. Today was my first day with the trading. I started because I needed stability for me and my son, so this is definitely something that I am looking forward to doing. Nothing new will happen if you don't try nothing new, so definitely get out and try it.
My name is Coco Rochelle, and I just joined the team of Baje in Boston. So I've always been interested in trading, and I joined this amazing team because I follow Baje on Instagram, and she is amazing, and she's doing amazing and fabulous things and helping her team, and I got to see that over a period of time. And so I jumped by faith and joined the team, and I am excited to be a part of it. So thank you so much.
I mean, literally, I get up and I go to the gym or I go and run, and my whole goal is to pace myself until I finish that 1.5 mile or that 2 mile or that 3 mile. So why can't I execute that same idea in my life? I can. You just have to displace your thinking and just remember everything has a parallel. So when I started doing that, I have an accountability partner, Baje in Boston. I told them what I wanted to do, what my end goal was, and I had to remember, I'm a part of a team that's successful, but not because everybody's going to hit that finish line at the same time, but we're still all winners, because I will make it to that finish line.
My name is Monica and I'm currently living in England. So about a couple of months ago, I started watching one of Baje's videos on YouTube, and I really got inspired, so I continued watching a few more, and that's when I decided to get into contact with Baje in Boston. And they told me about this amazing opportunity where I could make money off of my phone just by learning how to trade. And I thought to myself, wow, this is an amazing opportunity that I definitely need to take advantage of, even though I didn't have any experience. And well, here I am.
I was working in the financial industry, so I knew that there was a lot of money being circulated on the back end. And then I knew that the haves circulate their money and they use their money differently and they do things differently with their money. So when I was presented with the opportunity to be able to learn these same skills at an online academy with Mrs. Baje and Mr. Boston, I was like astonished. So once I did more research, I asked more questions, I was even more sold. And then, I was a long distance student, states away, and they really just took me underneath their wing and really mentored me and was patient, concerned, caring. I wasn't left out there by myself. So if you have questions, please inquire. Hit up Baje in Boston right now and ask questions. Even if you think you're not ready, ask.
And what got me really motivated was the money. To see the different type of stages and levels you can get to really depends on how serious you take it. So just seeing that you can reach 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, 30,000 a month, 50,000 a month, you kind of set your goal to yourself. So I like how, there's no ceilings to what you can achieve.
Hi, from Colorado. I'm Stephanie Thompson, and I look forward to working with the Baje in Boston team. I initially was introduced to international currency trade in 2005 when I was traveling to Europe and then to East Africa. And I noticed when I came back I had more money, and I was like, this is really fascinating. This is when I was in college, and so I've always wanted and always have been interested in how the money market works. And now I have an opportunity to learn really in detail and become like a professional level trader. That's really my goal. And I look forward to meeting everyone and working with everybody and learning as much as I can, because I am a student always.